Hi guys, welcome back to Sam's Life with a Husky. I am Sam. Ghost Man is right here with me. We're doing floor time. We were playing with this. It's supposed to be a cinnamon bun. Does that look like a cinnamon bun to you? That's what the tag said. The tag said it was a cinnamon bun. But I don't think it is. But today is actually an Instacart customer tip video. This is our final installment of this series. Some other series episodes of this series might come out in the future. Like if people have questions and I need to clarify certain things, there may be future videos, but these 6 episodes are the main series. So let's get into it. The very last tip that I have for shoppers, or for customers from a shopper, is rate your shopper. At the end of your shopping experience or your delivery experience from your shopper, you can go into the app and you can rate your shopper a 5-star rating or lower. 5-star rating is the best. If you rate anything lower than 5 stars, you will not get that shopper ever again. I'm pretty sure the app tells you you will not receive that shopper ever again. So keep that in mind. And when you're rating your shopper, please rate your shopper's service. Don't rate them based on what was available at the store. That's not their fault. We don't work for the grocery store or the store that you got your order from. We work as independent contractors for Instacart. Do not rate them poorly if the weather's bad and it takes them forever to deliver. If the weather is bad, it's going to take us a little extra time. Most of us will actually give you a heads up in the messaging, letting you know, hey, the roads are bad. It might take us a few extra minutes to get there. If you don't know about communication, go see the communication video. That's a few extra videos back. There'll be a link to the playlist at the end of this video for you guys. But yes, rate your shopper. 5-star is what we really need. Anything lower than a 5-star, it really hurts our ability to get batches. So you should only be rating lower than a 5-star if the shopper actually did something bad with your order. So if your groceries were crushed, if your bags were ripped, if they put raw meat in with your produce, I'm sorry, that happened to me last week. If they put bread in with your raw meat, again, that happened to me a couple weeks ago. Now, granted, some of these issues are not the shopper's fault because of the fact that we do have to go through a regular cashier line. Most grocery stores do not like us to go through self-checkout. I prefer self-checkout, but the grocery store that I frequently shop at for my customers, they do not like it because the self-checkout is specifically for like 15 items or less. So we are actually depending on the cashiers to bag our groceries properly, but your shopper should still be paying attention to how things are being bagged. I do it all the time. I actually have a couple favorite cashiers that I go to, and I have a couple cashiers that are on my blacklist that I refuse to go to because they just don't care. 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, grocery stores cared a little bit more about teaching their cashiers how to bag, and it's gotten pretty bad, especially the young kids, because it's a lot of the young kids at the cashier counters nowadays, and they just don't care. I'll give you a quick story. There was a cashier. She was very young, probably in high school, and she started bagging things, and I kept correcting her on where to put things, and she goes, "Would you just like to bag it yourself?" Yeah, I spoke to the manager about her. And needless to say, I did bag the rest of the groceries myself because she tried putting tomatoes on the bottom of the grocery bag. they would have been smashed by the time they got to my customer's house. Yeah, and she tried putting potatoes on top of eggs. I mean, come on. So, yeah, there's some bad cashiers out there, but your shopper should be paying attention to how the bagging is being done and make sure that things are being done properly. That is part of your shopper's job. It is also part of your shopper's job to make sure that the bags are not overloaded so that they don't rip. You know, it's a full circle here. So rate your shopper properly based on the shopper service, not based on the availability of items at the grocery store. Please don't. I threw that in the wrong spot and he almost hit my tripod. He wants to play and watch my hand, please. Thanks. Don't rate based on what's available in the grocery store. There's shortages everywhere, and it seems like the shortages are going through a roller coaster. One week there's a shortage on eggs, another week there's a shortage on butter. One week there's a shortage on chicken, the next week there's a shortage on beef. It's a roller coaster. We're having, I know in my area, we're having a hard time with lettuce. We're having a hard time with carrots. We are having a hard time with getting good peppers, like bell peppers. You know how you can normally get like a good sized bell pepper? These things are the size of my fist in my grocery store right now, and I'm having to send pictures to my customers to say, hey, they're pretty small. Do you want an extra one, or do you want these at all? Because typically size affects flavor as well. So it's a whole thing. It's not the shopper's fault if the stock isn't available. So keep that in mind. When you are rating your shopper as well, if your shopper does a poor job and you rate them poorly, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But if you're going to rate them poorly, be sure you lower their tip too. Because if they did something wrong, they shouldn't be tipped properly or tipped the same amount, if that makes any sense to you. Again, this is your prerogative, if I can speak. If you want to leave the tip the same, that's fine, but that's my opinion. When you tip below a 5-star, we do not see your comments. So we don't get any constructive criticism. We only see comments from 5-star customers. So if you try and leave us a note saying you did this completely wrong, please fix it for your next customer, we don't see that. Instacart does not show us the comments from customers who do not tip us 5 stars. So keep that in mind as well. Basically, your comment is being sent to Instacart and Instacart only. But I still suggest that you do that. Leave us a comment. When you rate us a 5-star rating, leave us a comment. Let us know what we did right. If you want to leave us a little constructive criticism and a 5-star rating so we can see it, go for it. I've had customers do that. Say they were like, hey, this wasn't bagged properly, but other than that, you did a great job, and they gave me a 5-star rating. So it's one of those things. Instacart hides a lot from their customers, and Instacart hides a lot from their shoppers. So keep that in mind. They keep talking about how batch pay has been increased over the last year. Yeah, that hasn't happened. I'm sorry. I'm a shopper, and I've been shopping this entire last year, and batch pay has not been increased. It is still very low. It is still way too low. We don't get compensated for large orders. We don't get compensated for long distances. And quite frankly, when they overhire shoppers, their customers are getting a bad experience. During the holiday season, I shop at one store in particular the most often, and at least half the employees know me there. And they were telling me that they've been seeing a crazy new load of brand new shoppers. And I saw them too, because they legit look like lost puppy dogs walking through the grocery store, like they don't know what they're doing. I saw at least 25 new shoppers in the month of December alone. Now, granted, a lot of those will fall off by the end of January, but they hire all these new shoppers during the holiday season. And so their customers get really bad service. So rating your shopper is very important. If your shopper does a poor job, like physically does a poor job with your order, rate them appropriate, please. But that is all I have for you guys today. This is the end of the series. If you've watched all 6 episodes, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you have watched this far, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Ghost appreciates you. And if we have any updates, I will post a season 2 of the Instacart series. Otherwise, this will be it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell to turn on all notifications. Like this video and share it with your friends so that way we can grow the friend family. Thank you guys. We will see you in that next video. Bye. Say bye, Ghost.